Hello, and welcome to another of my videos. This time, we're going to look at life cover. The chances of dying before we retire are quite slim. In fact, it's almost certain that it won't happen. Almost. But if it did, the consequences would be huge. We don't need to talk about the emotional effects to those close to you, although it would be around them all the time, colouring everything they did and every decision they made. If you're a homeowner with a mortgage, then the lender would want their money back. If you're single, then all the next of kin would do would be to sell the house. Shouldn't be a problem. But what if you have a partner? What if you're married? What if you have a family? Who's going to look after them? Okay, I'm sure you get my drift. Let's start again. Life cover pays out if you die. But there are many types of life cover, all with their differences. Most policies have a start date and an end date. That's what's known as the term. Every month you pay your premium, and at the end, if you haven't died, the cover ends. Most people take the term to match the length of any mortgage that they may have. Others take it until they retire, or even longer. There's also a type of cover called whole of life. As it says, this has a term that covers the whole of the policyholder's life. That guarantees that at some point it's going to pay out. So yes, it is going to be more expensive. Often a lot more expensive. You can take the cover so that it always pays out the same amount, no matter when you die during the term of the policy. This is called level term. You can take the cover so that it decreases over the term of the policy. Many people who use life cover to repay their repayment mortgage do this, and it can be cost effective. The provider will use a nominal rate, often 8%. That means that the cover will repay the mortgage as long as your mortgage rate is never more than 8%. This is called decreasing term. You can even take cover that increases over the term of the policy. As the costs of living each year goes up, this makes sure that the payment is substantial enough to leave. This is called, get ready for this, increasing term. Finally, you can take a cover that pays out a regular payment every month. You may wish to make sure that you leave an income to your spouse or children to make sure they're okay for the years to come. The policy will then pay out monthly until the end of the term. This is called family income benefit. You also have a choice of how you pay. You can have reviewable premiums. These usually start quite low and increase over the years. Sometimes a client will be regularly changing their cover as they get older and their life changes, so want to take advantage of lower premiums while they're young and then maybe consider changing their cover in the future. You can also have guaranteed premiums. These mean that the premium amount never changes throughout the life of the policy. It means that you always know what you're paying. It's also worth considering waiver of premium. For a small bit extra every month, it will treat the premium as though it's paid if you're unable to work due to accident or sickness. Finally, many life policies also have something called terminal illness cover. This means that if you're diagnosed with an illness that's likely to be terminal within 12 months, the policy will pay out immediately. If the cover ever pays out, then the payment will go to the trustee of your will, or the beneficiary of your estate if you don't have a will. It's really important to have a will. You may also need to consider setting up a trust. Trust can be quite complicated, but briefly, a trust is something that exists in its own right. As the trust would own the policy, it bypasses the estate and inheritance tax and is paid out quicker, to be distributed by the trustees. So, do you want decreasing, level, or increasing? Do you want lump sum or family income? Do you want waiver of premiums? Do you want a trust? The decision in life cover is up to you. No one can force you to have it, but when you do, it pays to get it right. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to make any comments below, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if I can be of any help in any way possible, please visit my website, contact me, and I'll be delighted to help.